Hello, everyone. Hi. If you can hear me loud and clear, can you please type a 1 in your chat box? Okay, if you can hear me loud and clear, can you please type a 1 in the chat box? Because at the moment, seriously, I really don't know whether you guys can hear me. I'm actually looking in front of the camera. I have no idea how is my voice over on the other side. Okay, I have no idea. Is it loud? Is it clear? All right, so all I can see is just the camera. And in fact, you may see that I'm actually wearing a earphone, right? But to be honest, I can't hear myself at all. Okay, so if you can hear me loud and clear, rule number 1, all right, guys, just let me know and type a 1 in the comment section so that I can know that I'm speaking to you clear and easy. Okay. All right. I saw some people already commented. Thank you, Van. All right. Thank you, Vikadanaram. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. Thank you, Joanna, Stanley, Ellen, Benny. All right. Awesome. 有炸音. Yeah, so sorry though. I'm actually using my earphone, so I'm sorry if there's a little bit of noise. Maybe something that I need to look into. Let me check if I can eliminate any noise or not. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. I know today is what time? Tuesday. Okay. Some of you may have started work. All right. Some of you may have started work in office. Some of you may have to work tomorrow, but it's okay. Thank you guys for taking your time to join Ghostbird and us. All right. So I do a little bit introduction of myself. My name is Michael. I am doing in Ghostbird. What I does is I do sales. Okay, I'm a wholesaler. I approach cafe owners and restaurants. Okay, so we do coffee training. I sell coffee beans, basically coffee cafe use. Ghostbird is a coffee roastery based in Kuala Lumpur. All right, so we have multiple products. Example, we have coffee blends. We have single origin, either for espresso machine or either for your own filter coffee brewing. Example, you may see some baristas nowadays, right? They do a lot of this, pouring the kettle over something, right? So that is what we call the filter coffee. That is a new trend in the coffee world. Okay, so that is that. You can find us. Where can you find us? We are available on Shopee. Okay, we are available on Lazada. We are also available on our website, which is www.ghostbirdcoffee.com. Don't worry, don't get ahead of yourself. We will give you the link later. Where can you find us? All right, or you're already on our Instagram and our Facebook page. Come on, just go over to our website. All right, very simple and easy. I'm very honored, okay, for tonight's sharing session. I'm very honored to have Jack, okay, all the way from Sabah, Kota Kinabalu. Okay, who is Jack? All right, so Jack, it's how should I put it? He's a coffee lover. He used to own a cafe, and he's a crazy guy because he have climbed Mount Kinabalu more than 90 times. Okay, that's how crazy he is. All right, so he used to become a tour guide anyway for Mount Kinabalu climbers. So right now, Jack owns Sabarica. Sabarica is a coffee company where they do export on coffee beans, green beans, or what we call. So yes, by the way, coffee is green in nature. Whoever they tell you that coffee is brown, you slap them in the face, they don't know anything, okay? So coffee is green in color. Why coffee is brown or black? Because it's roasted. After it's roasted, it's black and brown, okay? Before it's roasted, it's green, all right? So Jack is a green bean exporter, mainly source coffee from Mount Kinabalu, Ranau region, all right? So without further ado, I want to bring Jack on board. Hi, Jack. Can you hear me? I believe you are up.
Yes. Hi. Thank
Nice
you,
and easy.
Michael.
Yep.
Hi, everybody.
If you can hear Jack, right, can you say hi, Jack, in the comment section so that we know that everyone can hear Jack? Okay. By the way, I have something crazy. 10 minutes before this sharing session, Jack actually messaged us, right, and tell us that Unify is having a maintenance schedule right now in his place, in his taman. Okay, so he's actually using his data. I'm not sure everyone can hear him loud and clear or not, but if you can hear him, can you please put inside the comment, hi Jack, just mention hi Jack, okay? So
Hi.
that we know that everyone can hear us. Yeah. Right now, I feel so awkward because I'm talking to a camera and then no one is giving me any reaction. It's very different from doing live sessions offline, which is in front of stage or even a classroom because you get to see reactions. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are hearing me loud and clear. Yep, I see a lot of comments coming in already. Thank you, Tiara. Thank you, Fuad. Thank you, Suhaimi. Thank you, Kim Yan. Thank you, Elaine. All right, thank you, Red Zone. I believe the Red Zone is my taiko, my big boss. Yes, that's right. My team just mentioned nothing can stop us from sharing coffee, even Wi-Fi is down. Why? Because you don't need Wi-Fi to share coffee. Anyway, so speaking of that, all right, let's not waste any more time. Jack, how are you today? How is Sabah? Can you update us a little bit on Sabah?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Michael, again. So, Sabah is actually so far so good. Hopefully, the cases of COVID-19 is getting lesser and lesser. So, and stay safe, everybody. So, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Jack Lee. I've climbed Mount Kinabalu 92 times, get involved in coffee industry quite some times. We started the coffee house on 2015. So, and then we stepped into the farm probably about 2018 or 2019, probably end of 2018. So from that onwards, we saw a lot of farms is actually started by agriculture department at Ranau area, which is very good uh, environment. Mike went there before, and the Ghostbird Rosary team. So we found that there are no demand or no buyers, on those coffee that planted by the local dusun. So after came back, at first we were so selfish. Actually, we said, hey, we shouldn't expose this to anybody or public. We should keep for ourselves. Who knows? We can buy cheaper bean, you know. But it is totally wrong. The next day, after I woke up, no, specialty coffee doesn't teach me that way. We should be transparent. We should be traceability and exposed to everyone. So end up we decided to start a coffee movement. I call it coffee movement. So I named it Sabarica Coffee. So we want to expose everybody, every farmers, whoever involved in the coffee farming, and hopefully more people will visit them, tell them, and they can share with you their coffee experience. So hopefully the whole farming coffee farming industry will improve from time to time. So that is why we started Sabarica. So, and without delay, I actually prepared a few slides for all the audience
Yep.
to have
So
better.
just reject.
Uh,
This one I
yeah,
have to mention,
yes,
special
yes.
credit to you, because
Huh.
in fact for everyone here, we never asked Jack to prepare any presentation slide. I can swear, seriously, I never asked him to prepare slide. All I asked, right, is, hi Jack, would you like to do a sharing session Q&A style? It's that simple. And then you know what? After 2 days, right, he intentionally created a slide and he said, hey Mike, I would like to share some to you. Insane. Okay, so for anyone here, right, if you can help us to share via your Facebook to your friends so that they get to know that Malaysia do grow coffee and we actually have slide and numbers to share with you. Okay, that's number one. Number two, all right, before we kickstart the sharing session where Jack will be talking a little bit about how Malaysian grow coffees, what are the coffee conditions in Malaysia, etc. If you stay until the end of the session, we have two special gifts for you guys. Okay, we have two special gifts. All right, one of them is very extra. So I hope you guys can stay until the end of the session if you want to have the special gift. Okay. So anyway, yep, I don't want to talk so much already because today the main stage is not Michael Tan from Ghostbird. Today the main stage is Jack from Sabah. Okay. So with your permission, all right. Yeah, I saw Tiara just mentioned 6666. Yes, if you like it, what I just said, can you put a 666 inside the comment section? Okay, just type a 666 inside the comment section, and we will begin with our first slide. Okay, all right, with your permission, let's begin with the first slide. Okay, nice and easy. Thank you, Puiven. Yep, just type in the 666. Yes. Guys, if you can see the first slide, right, can you let us know by telling us YES? Yes. Can you type a yes so that we know you can see our slide? Okay. Can you type a YES? Type a yes. Then I know that the slide is being transferred to your screen right now. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Benny. All right. Thank you, Fuad. Thank you, Suhaimi. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So enough of talking already. Thank you, Hong Yong. I'm going to pass the stage over to Jack. Jack will begin sharing a little bit about how coffee come into Malaysia and what are the conditions right now that Malaysia coffee farmers and the challenges they are facing. Okay. So, Jack, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Michael, again. So, for first slide is actually I'm going to talk about three slides for the first part. Number one will be world map. The second one will be going to ASEAN, and then the third one will be going to more focus on Malaysia. So, and this slide is very, very basic. At the highlighted area, brown color, dark brown, that is the region that's suitable to grow coffee. At the 26-degree north and below 26-degree north and also above 26-degree south. So, especially at highland area for Arabica coffee. If for Coffea canephora and Liberica, both can grow at lowland. Sabarica is more focused on Arabica. So, and as you can see, at least this latitude or this region is actually very near to equator. So if you look at it clearly, actually we are same latitude with Panama, with Ethiopia, the origin of the coffee country, and Malaysia is actually same latitude. So the second slide, if we go to ASEAN country, what we would like to emphasize is we actually have a very high production country like Vietnam, that previously focused on Coffea canephora or known as Robusta. So, and another country which is Indonesia that produce very high volume to supply to the market. And but actually there are a few more countries that are growing more coffee these few years, especially Myanmar, Thailand, and Philippines. As you can see in the map at the right corner, in let's talk about coffee consumption. In European country, the increment every year, not much already, only like 0.8% to 1.5%. But in ASEAN country, our consumption is actually increased quite a lot, which is about 20 to 30%, 20 to 30% per year. So Malaysia is a beautiful country that we have plenty of land that should remain green by growing coffee. For Malaysia, in peninsular Malaysia, we can see Titiwangsa highland in peninsular Malaysia, and in Sarawak mainly flatland, lowland. So only at Barrio area, which famous of Barrio rice, and slowly the farmers there started to grow coffee as well, as I heard from some friend in Sarawak. And also in Sabah, we have plenty of highland, especially at Crocker Range area, at Ranau, at Tambunan. Actually, it's mountainous area. And the two kampong that are currently having about 60 farmers are growing beautiful coffee, high quality Arabica there. So because at that area actually border to Crocker Range Park or National Park, or biggest national park in Malaysia, even bigger than Kinabalu Park actually. So at that area, a lot of flora, fauna, clean air, very good water quality. So that is a very good environment to grow highland Arabica. And the third slide is actually showing because we are talking or we are collaborate with Ghostbird Roastery for this talk. So this is an example. Every year, the consumption or the coffee that needed by or selling by Ghostbird Roastery actually increasing every year. So obviously, Afong, Thomas and Afong and joined the MOBC barista competition. We got number 5. Actually, I always share with all our buyers, we do have more better quality or more flavorful coffee. But the problem is the consistency. We dare not release so fast yet until all farmers actually already master the coffee production skill, technical way So hopefully until more matured timing, then we'll release one by one actually. So yeah, simple introduction from world to ASEAN country and Malaysia. So far, any question?
Yep. So thank you, Jack. For
Yeah.
anybody, right? If you like to ask any questions in regards to coffee production or coffee varieties or coffee processing, don't be afraid to ask in the chat box. We will do our best to answer. Of course, if we know, we will answer them. So don't worry about that. Okay, don't be shy. Just ask us any question. All right, we will answer them as the time goes by. Okay, all right. So Jack had mentioned just now that right now Sabarica is mainly focusing on Arabica varieties. All right. So in the coffee world, in terms of variety or species, okay, there is actually more than 100 species in coffee. Okay, but only five main species are grown for commercial use purpose. Okay, Arabica and Canaphora or Robusta is two of the most common one. Yes, Tiara asks Liberica. Liberica is another species. Okay, mainly Malaysia. Right. So proud Malaysian over here. Okay. So our Liberica lately, I don't know if you guys know that someone, okay, from Australia. If you're not in the coffee world, I don't blame you. Actually, Australia Barista Champion uses the variety to win his 2021 barista competition in his milk beverages, okay, in espresso. So yes, Liberica is exclusively grown in Malaysia. It's a different species to your 100% Arabica. I don't know if you guys heard this advertisement before. Okay, kopi kita diperbuat daripada 100% Arabica. Right, that is very common. You go to any Mac cafe, it's around there. You go to any Starbucks, it's around there. Even all your independent cafes mostly are serving Arabica species. All right, okay. So, Jack, I have one
Yes.
question that I will choose right here for you.
Yeah. Yes.
Hong Jie Chan is asking,
Yes.
what do you think about the future of Liberica in Malaysia?
Wow, this is
Very tough, huh?
for me. No. Very good question. I love to answer. I think just now Tiara asked, do Sabarica grow coffee? So actually, we don't grow. Only research purposes. We have some. But I did the processing myself for Coffee Liberica actually. That being brought from Tawau area, because I was helping them, because the farmer told us they planted about 1,000 trees, but nobody are buying their coffee cherry. So I offered myself to buy their cherries, and I did the processing myself. Honestly, to you, for me, Liberica is not as described in so many books or coffee writing. For me, Liberica is fantastic coffee. Is amazing coffee. If you can process it consistently, and make sure no defect, make sure no contamination on the fermentation, or you use or when you are drying, make sure you dry it properly, because the comparison for Liberica to Arabica, and honestly to you, coffee at Liberica is having huge cherry, huge, very big, a few times bigger than Arabica. So example, for Arabica, maybe you just take 1 week to 10 days, or even maximum 2 weeks to dry parchment coffee. But for coffee at Liberica, if because the size, you might need to dry up to a month. So in between, because of long period of time to dry, so the chances of getting moldy or contaminated by whatever fungus is higher than Arabica. But if you manage to process it correctly, the flavor is fantastic, honestly to you, and able to get full ripe cherry, and because of Liberica has many shapes and sizes, big, small, oval shape, long shape, round. So cherry. So if you able to separate according to the size and do fermentation accordingly, without mixing the different sizes of the cherry, I think the quality will definitely improve a lot compared to those you can get in the market without focusing on specialty quality. Because if to answer Hong Jia Chan, I would say planting Liberica coffee is really a bright future. Just that you make sure you have good drying facility, you have good warehouse to store all the coffee, and you have good machine to do good sorting, then go for it. If not,
Yep.
try to visit a few more farm, visit the nearest, probably my Liberica. They have good processing facility. Can always
In JB,
consult them.
right? In
JB.
JB, that's right.
Yeah,
Johor Bahru.
I think I make it short. Any other question?
At the moment, Jack, let's move on
Uh,
to the next one first.
ha.
There's actually a tons of questions. We can take our time
Yeah,
to answer them, all right? I think we
yeah.
let's move on to the next slide. It's crazy, man. The questions are
Oh,
coming in. Yeah, so no
okay.
worries. All right.
So
So
we put all the questions aside first. So I will
yes, that's right.
continue sharing Malaysian grown coffee. Yeah. So
Awesome.
for Sabarica, we make it actually 3S. So number one is solving problem. The first day we went to the farm is actually when we communicate with the farmers, they told us like Miney, hey, Jack, after we harvested, after we get a dry parchment coffee, selepas buang kulit, selepas buang parchment, lebih kurang we can get only about 70%, 70%, so 30% of defects. So so when we look at it, we saw there are many problems on coffee farming, like plant diseases, insect attack like berry borer. So other than that, we did study some technical issue where those machineries that they're using, whether it's clean or not, so and effective or not. So a lot of problem facing by the Sabahan farmers, because honestly I don't know who is guiding them actually, but we offer ourselves to help them. So like example, with the support from Ghostbird Roastery, they buy our green bean consistently. So with the profit that we make, Sabarica make, we actually sponsor a greenhouse to the farmer this year, and we are going to send a howling machine to the farm, rather than they do the wood mortar and ketok to remove the parchment. The work efficiency is
That's the
not there.
traditional way, right, Jack?
That is a
Yeah,
traditional
so
way.
so for the
Mm.
audiences, the benefit of the audiences, right?
Mm.
Coffee needs to be processed, guys. It's an agricultural product, so you need to grow coffee, and the beans, the coffee beans, is actually the seed of a coffee cherry. So you need to go through a few steps, okay, which what we call processing. What Jack mentioned, right, is the traditional way of doing it, which is you take the wood, okay, and then you knock on the bottom, you put the beans in the bottom or the cherry, okay, and then you knock them to remove the husk. All right, so that is very, very labor intensive. It's not fun. By the way, I hold the wood before. I actually played around with it, right? It was insane, guys. I tell you,
You
you cannot really imagine.
my
I
you remember? Did
my
you
10
remember?
minutes, my hand was all sore, It's that crazy.
Do you
I
remember?
don't want to do it again,
Do you remember Miney told you she will need to hit about 300 times.
Yes. I
Each time
remember.
she want to
She's a
remove
strong woman.
only
She's a
about
strong woman.
yeah
That's right.
only to
Yeah.
remove about 1 kilo of coffee, parchment coffee. To remove parchment,
Yes.
1 kilo he need to hit
Hit
about
300 times.
300 times. Yes.
Yeah.
So
So that is labor intensive. It's super crazy. I tell you, anybody that do it right, you can have natural bicep. Okay, you don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to do anything else. All you do is just stand there and then you just knock up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down for 300 times. I tell you, your bicep will come up naturally. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So with your permission, right? Can we move on to the next one? All right. If you find all this information useful, by the way, if you find all this information useful, can you put a 5 in the chat box? Okay, if you find all this information useful, put a 5 in the chat box so that we know that you guys are keeping up with us and we know that you guys are hearing us loud and clear. Okay, and also I have a very funny thing, like I mentioned just now. Stay until the end of the session because we have something interesting for you guys. Okay, thank you, Brian. All right, thank you, Tiara. Thank you, Un. Awesome. Okay, so Jack, over to you. We're going to talk about the supply chain.
Okay, the second S will be supply. So actually, for our team, Sabarica team, we discuss and meeting. So we decided to focus more on local supply first, local supplies. That is why, as you can see, of course, they are kopi o, they are premium coffee, they are specialty coffee drinkers. I always mention to some of our coffee friends, doing coffee farming impossible to only focus on specialty coffee. They are definitely commercial grade, they are definitely lower grade coffee, and of course in terms of marketing or in terms of introduction on our coffee, we will definitely focus on specialty coffee. So and the second photo at the left, bottom left, so that is a lot of local coffee roasteries that visited the farm. So what we want to do is actually bring all as many as possible real or specialty coffee player, especially roaster, to meet farmers. Or at the same time, those roastery players or roaster or wholesale or packing staff or barista, they can meet with the farmer and understand what they are doing. So and after that, only when the production up to a size, our dream is actually 1 million kilo per year. So we actually received quite many inquiries from out of Malaysia, also Australia, New Zealand, USA, UK, Singapore, Brunei. There was one friend who visited the farm together with me, and then before he left Malaysia or Sabah, he told me, "Hey Jack, when you have 50 ton, give me a call." So another one, we have 17 ton, you give me a call. You have 5 ton, you give me a call. So what I would like to emphasize here also, growing coffee, if you compare to other crops, if you don't supply to the pasar or market in 2-3 days, like vegetable, then started to change the quality already. But coffee can keep for a few months, in warehouse, so it won't rosa the next day. So and coffee is world everybody drink in the world. If you talk about durian, maybe Asian countries or Asian love more, but coffee all over the world. So, and I would say, if you really want to grow Malaysian grown coffee, go for specialty grade. Don't always introduce your coffee, but you don't focus to improve the quality. That is the something not so good.
Yeah.
Yes, Michael.
Jack, for the audiences, right? Just now you mentioned a couple of times specialty grade.
Yes,
Maybe
yes,
you
yes.
can talk a little bit, just a basic introduction on what is specialty grade.
Okay, of course, the most easiest way people grade that coffee. So as long as under certified cuppers like uh, Q graders or those association certified cuppers. So as long as they grade the coffee above 80 points, no defects, then that is specialty coffee.
The
And
the the
a lot more.
the scoring is 0 to 100 points, right?
Yeah.
So
So
basically, above 80 point in a
80.
scale of 0 to 100, considered as specialty grade. Is that
Yes, yes,
correct?
above
Awesome.
80. Other
Yep.
than that, I would say, of course, this number is not simply. Jack say this one 85 is 85. No, 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 no. Yeah, I won't rate our coffee myself. I will try to drink, but we have to send over to certify couples. I'm sorry,
No problem.
so that they can rate it for us in a professional lab or their roastery or their cupping rooms professionally. So in Malaysia, there are many Q graders as well, and our association like MSCA, ASEAN Coffee Federation. There are many Q graders that attended CQI course. Yeah, so I would say other than that, in specialty coffee, it also created a very good culture. Not only like 80 points, I would say, the so-called region, which farm, which farmer, which variety, at what elevation, what kind of processing, all the details of the coffee is traceable or with the full data. And also transparent who you buy from, which location we grow, which farmer. We actually stated all in our coffee packaging label. Because I also take this opportunity, we are doing the specialty way. So hopefully whoever don't know Sabarica, please welcome or visit farmers in
Is
Ranau
it open
area.
for visitation
Mm.
right now? Sabah Ranau, can anybody just sign up to visit the farm?
Actually, at the moment, no, no, no. Whenever open, then everybody all the audience are actually welcome to visit. I
Hmm.
really hope more coffee players will go to the farm, try to talk to the farmers, try to
Nice.
inspire
How
them,
can the
motivate
how the
them. Yeah,
Jack, how the audience can sign up
yeah.
for the farm visitation?
Can always visit our Facebook page and Sabarica Coffee. Then can always text us to arrange, to coordinate, hopefully, and we will select the date or they will inform us which date they can come. So after coordination, then we will arrange for them. Of course,
Nice. Okay.
with the charges. So, but most importantly, I was always mention in all my talk actually, when Malaysia have more farms, we can actually do a lot of processing. We can always adjust the quality of the coffee from time to time. So
Mhm.
Panama also take 20, 30 years to get very good result on their Best of Panama auction, from
Mhm.
I think a few hundred, and now even like 1,000 ringgit, uh, or
No, it was
many
the last
thousand. Mm-hmm.
the last bidding was
Last auction.
450 gram for 1 million ringgit.
Yes,
It's
really,
45
really.
kg. Sorry, 45 kg. My mistake.
Uh,
45 kg of
uh,
green beans for 1 million ringgit.
yeah, really,
That was the bidding
really.
price.
Yeah, but who knows? One day in Malaysia, we can also reach that level. But of course, at the moment, we still prefer affordable coffee, so that more
Nice.
people can try Malaysian grown coffee.
Yep, for sure.
Yes.
So with everyone
Yeah.
permission,
Any
let's move on
question
to the next one.
for the under this?
Yeah,
Uh,
we move on to the next one first, Jack.
uh,
Yeah, move on to the next one. No problem.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So in Sabah, we always love to share with all of you because we don't want public to have misunderstanding on coffee farming. Actually, growing coffee doesn't need to cut all the trees. No, 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 no. It is not that way. The more we grow coffee, the greener that environment will be. So at this slide, this beautiful picture is actually drew by my wife. I told him our idea, and then she tried to draw it out for me. So in Sabarica is actually focused on ecological farming. So we try to produce high biodiversity coffee. Why? So it is very important. Every level of the forest, forest floor, under canopy, above canopy, every single organism are playing a role. So not only those NPK fertilizer, we can make a coffee plant grow beautifully or healthy or green. But in terms of coffee cherry, if you want to get very high quality with unique flavors, I believe a lot more micronutrients and environmental factor will affect the quality of the flavors and density of the bean, sweetness of the bean, and a lot more. Not only those guideline from coffee writing, the higher the elevation, the better the coffee. That is quite general to me. So I would like to focus. If we take care of the environment, I believe we will definitely get a better quality of coffee cherry, so that when processing, we'll definitely get better quality of green bean at the end. So with permission, can we
Nice.
move to So the eighth slide will be, this is the example of the cherry collection
I
center
think I
that
saw you inside the
we
picture,
hope
right?
we will build.
Are you the one in the center?
Yes. Yes, with the farmer cap, and then the red color shirt is actually Fabian, one of our very famous farmer, very hardworking. So also drew by my wife. So we hope that at the center of most farm, we hope we can build a coffee cherry collection center, so that all the farmers, they can focus on farming, they can focus on growing good, healthy plant, and harvest the best quality of cherry. So let Sabarica do the processing, so that we can produce very consistent quality of bean. And at the bottom two photos is actually very technical farming methods that improve the production of the coffee plantation in farmers farm. And also because they need a lot of guidance like this technically, because how they should grow. Previously they grow in a row, and from upper level of the land towards lower level. But actually they should grow terrace. At least the water won't flow away that fast. And many more factors, all those humus or like organic material can trap on every level of the terrace. So the coffee plant actually getting better fertilizer or organic food. So other than that, when they should do pruning, when they should do stumping, in order to make sure they improve the production of the coffee in the farm, and improve the efficiency, and also improve the quality of the coffee cherry. So all these technical guidance actually prepared by Sabarica team, because we do have friends visit the farm, and we learn from our friends, and also we visited other people's farm or other countries farm. So we come out our own manual to guide farmer. because we believe different location has different guidelines. So what we want to do is trying the best technique for local Malaysian grown coffee. And yes, with permission, next slide.
Yep. And also for everyone understanding, right? Jack actually studied forestry at USM. Okay,
UMS.
so
UMS.
UMS, yeah, UMS. So he actually studied about plants. I didn't know that there's such a thing until I know Jack personally. You know, I was like, dude, you actually study about plants. Like, to me, right, coffee is such a simple thing. You know, it's basically my latte flat white cappuccino is the world of coffee that I know. It was only until when I met Jack, right, that Jack started to talk to me about, oh, biodiversified farming, you need shade trees, you know, you need certain length during you grow your trees. Then I'm like, it's just tree, man. Come on. Okay. So guys, you'll be amazed that simple little things the farmer does to a tree. Example, how far is the length from tree number 1 to tree number 2 will directly affect the nutrients ability of the tree to consume nutrients, okay, that will affect the coffee flavor, right? It's insane. Like if you study that science part, right, which is to me is totally a Greek word one, you know, I cannot understand one really. But that's why we have Jack, honor with to have Jack together with us sharing this information to all of you guys, which I hope you guys are taking notes. Or if you'd like to understand more, please follow Jack on Sabarica Coffee Facebook page, which my team will link up in the comment section. You guys can head over there and follow them, and then you from there you can ask about, example, like we mentioned just now, coffee farming visitations. You know, they are actually open for visitation. There's actually a homestay up in the farm. How many hours? 3 to 4 hours of driving from Kota Kinabalu Airport. Okay, all right. So I've been up there, but I want to let you guys know, the one thing that for anybody that like to visit a coffee farm, just bear in mind two things. Number one, not only is a lot of mosquito, I mean bugs lah, okay. But second thing, the water is freaking cold up there. If you are not the kind of person that can take cold shower, just keep in mind it's insanely cold. Okay, I still remember that when I visited together with my team up to Sabarica, so we have our roaster. All right, so our roaster came up with together with us. We went up there. We stayed a couple of days. The first day, right? Because the thing is that in the homestay, the bathroom is actually just beside the dining area. Of course, they have the partition, so don't worry. But it's just beside, you see. And during the whole process of him taking a bath, he was doing this all the time, you know. I was laughing throughout the way. I was like, dude, you take shower like someone raped you, you know, seriously. I say, what the hell, man? It's really cold, okay? It's like sharp pain. So just keep in mind that up there in the mountains, why? Because you are talking about 1,600 meter above sea level, okay, up in Ranau. All right, so just keep in mind, very cold shower. All right, okay. So without further, yes, Chuwa mentioned the view is
Yes.
unspeakable. That's right. In fact, you can see Mount Kinabalu from the farm. Yeah, you can actually see the mountain. Okay, the peak. I'm talking about the peak. You can see the peak when the sky is clear from the farm. It's insane. Okay, all right. So, Jack, right now is slide number 9, right? What's this all about? I see a lot of
Yes.
road maps. I see a lot of
Okay. So
education tour.
for Sabarica, we have our own mileage to achieve. So one by one. So of course, we really hope that a lot more coffee players will visit farm, like I mentioned earlier. The second thing, actually, we are actually launch a campaign to grow more coffee, especially in Sabah. So we are actually organizing talk, collaborate with the Persatuan Peladang. We go kampung to kampung to promote coffee farming. So at that time, we actually brew Sabarica coffee. We give away some sample to the farmers, and then whoever want to get coffee seedling, actually we try to connect them. So whenever they need any technical guidance on coffee farming, actually we are also happy to guide them. So not only that, we would like to emphasize also coffee farming is not only produce green bean coffee. Not only that, there are cascara, there are farm tour that you can do. There are a lot more. Even I did prepared some coffee leaf tea, because
Jack,
I try myself.
what's a cascara?
Yeah.
What's a
Huh?
cascara?
Sorry.
What's a
Cascara, yes.
cascara? Yeah.
Cascara is the pulp of the coffee cherry, and I also prepared from the young leaf, the earliest the youngest two leaf, and then I pick and then I dry. So for cascara, farmer can either throw away after remove the pulp, cool it, the outer skin of the cherry, or they can actually dry it to make cascara. And for downstream players, they can just add in hot water. Then it is actually very fruity tea. For cascara that made by Sabarica or produced by the Sabarica farmers, mainly with red dates, sometimes longan, a few more fruits flavors, and then quite acidic, and sometimes balanced with the sweetness lah. I always love to we actually always love to share with all the visitors, and also some green bean buyers. If they first time online buy our green bean, we actually give a sample of cascara to them. Yes.
Jack,
Yeah.
Stanley is asking, is black
Yeah.
goji a good combination with cascara? I think that's the question that he's referring.
Pardon?
Black
Sorry.
goji. Yeah, is black goji
Ah.
a good combination to cascara?
Um, I haven't
I
tried,
haven't tried as well.
honestly. Maybe
I
you
cannot
can buy
imagine.
from maybe you can buy from us and try yourself.
Do you actually sell it? Do you sell cascara?
Yes. But actually, there is one buyer ordered 5 kilo. Honestly, we just have last few kilo left lah. Not many. Yes, we are selling in our
Where can we
Shopee
buy?
account.
Where can we buy? Shopee account.
Shopee
Okay. So
account.
go to
Shopee
Shopee and
account.
type Sabarica lah.
Yes.
I
Sabarica
see.
Cascara. Yes.
Nice.
So
Okay.
yes. So far,
Yep.
any other question?
Yes. Jack, we have
Yeah.
a question from Izadi Army. Okay, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Okay, he is asking, right?
Yes.
How much harvest Arabica tree can produce in a month?
In a
I
month.
think in terms of production
I
volume. Yeah, one tree.
Michael, and some and other audience. Sorry, because I'm using data, so I just saw my notification only left 10% battery.
Oh wow.
So I may leave very fast anytime.
So
But to
challenging,
answer that question, I would say we don't have production by month. We always use by.
Okay, I think Jack is offline right now. Not enough battery. I think it's out of his expectation. Anyway, okay, so I'll lead the session right now. How much harvest a tree can produce in a month? All right, you're talking about one tree, Arabica trees, right? Per harvest, you can produce close to 10 kg plus minus. All right, 10 kg, okay, of worth of cherries. I'm not talking about beans. I'm talking about worth of cherry. So you can try to imagine if let's say you go to a cafe, a regular cafe, okay? A regular cafe, if you are talking about you make around, I would say 1 week, 1 day, you have around 20 cups of coffee. 20 cups of coffee. So that will make up to 1 week plus minus, you're talking about 5 kg of beans. So 5 kg of beans, right? That's 5,000 grams, you know. So you can imagine one cherry, right, only have 2 beans. Every coffee cherry has 2 beans inside. Okay, so basically it's a seed lah. It's a seed of the cherry, so it's beans. So you do the math, you can know how many trees you need, okay, in order to produce metric ton worth of production. It's a huge one, okay? So right now, all around the world, Brazil is the biggest, okay? Can anyone let me know in the comment, Can anyone let me know in the comment, right? Besides Brazil, who do you think is the second biggest coffee producing country in the world? Let me know right now. So number one is Brazil. Number one is Brazil. Can you let me know in the comment who is the second biggest coffee producing country in the world right now? Come on, let's go. So Wallace mentioned Vietnam, okay. Puiven mentioned Ethiopia, Isham mentioned Vietnam, Ada mentioned Venezuela, Jason mentioned Ethiopia, Mani mentioned Indonesia, Zijian mentioned Vietnam. I saw a lot of Vietnam, by the way. Muhammad Ford, Colombia, okay. Chan mentioned Vietnam, Nicholas mentioned Myanmar, Joey mentioned Indonesia. James Hui mentioned Vietnam. Awi mentioned Vietnam. Yes, guys, okay. That's a lot of Vietnam. That's right. So the second biggest coffee producing country in the world is Vietnam. Okay. Number one is Brazil. Number two, Vietnam. And number three is Indonesia. Okay. Colombia came fourth. All right. So Vietnam, by the way, is not known to produce Arabica beans. It's both. Okay, Cafe Canafora, which is Robusta, and also Arabica beans. All right, so that is the world producing country. Malaysia, not yet lah. We only have Sabah and JB. JB mainly producing Liberica. Melaka also have Liberica, by the way. Sarawak has Liberica as well. But Sabah, because of the elevation, you have Mount Kinabalu. And it makes sense, right? Those days, because I've been in the coffee industry for a long period of time, okay? And I always buy coffee from other countries. I mean, it makes sense. The grass is always greener on the other side. You never thought about Malaysia one. And then it came to a thought that we know you need high elevation to grow coffee. Why? Two things. Temperature, okay? Temperature. Why? Because when it's high in the mountain, during nighttime it's cold, and during morning you can expose to sunlight. So the cherry actually develop sweetness better by photosynthesis. Okay, so you have nutrition. So number one is the temperature. Number two is because of elevation. That's why if you notice just now during the first slide when Jack mentioned with us, right, you have what we call the coffee belt. Okay, you have the coffee belt. If you guys notice, for any coffee lovers, you can never find coffee grow in Korea, K-pop. Okay, by the way, lately Korea has a very new Netflix series. Don't forget to watch that. All right. Okay, so you never find coffee in Korea. Also, you can never find coffee grown in Japan. You can never find coffee grown in Amsterdam. Why? Because of that coffee belt. That area is also what we know as the volcanic trail, where you have some of the most active volcanoes. Anyway, the moral of the story is that coffee plantations are often around high elevation nearby a volcano. Why? Because of the nutrient of the soil. Okay, so that's why coffee plantation. I always have a lot of problem with people ask me, right? Hey, Michael, any new coffee to recommend? Sometimes when I ask myself that, like, new coffee, what do you mean by new coffee? You know, are you talking about you want other origin or you want something different? Because throughout my experience, right, if it's not Brazil, then it's from Panama. If it's not from Panama, it's El Salvador. If not Costa Rica la, Ethiopia la, Indonesia la. My goodness, it's so boring, you know. So, but then again, because of the plantation, right? So yeah, just keep this in mind. Yes. So Zaidi is mentioned. How many meters from sea level at least? The lowest elevation, I know, that's my experience. I believe Jack had met even lower, but from my experience, the lowest elevation that I had, right, is from Nicaragua, 800 800 meter above sea level. Okay, the highest that I had was from Ethiopia Guji. All right, 2,600 meter above sea level. So you see the difference, 800, 2006. Okay, so just keep this in mind. You need a certain elevation. Of course, with that being said, that doesn't mean you cannot grow Arabica in lowland. You can grow the tree, but it will not bear a lot of fruit. Just keep it in mind. Okay, it will not bear a lot of fruits. All right, the cherry basically, there's not mass production. You can grow the plant, but there's not a lot of cherry for you to harvest. Okay, in order to have a lot of cherry, you need to have that elevation. All right. Okay. So let's move on. What other questions we can bring it up? Okay. So the Kadaram House is asking, does Ghostbird sell any roasted Sabarica beans? Yes, we do. So this is actually our second year collaboration with Sabarica. By the way, Sabarica is still very young. It's still a baby. Okay, it's still very, very young. So this is the second year we collaborated with them. We actually sell the beans or retail the beans. All right. My team will send you guys the link where you can find them if you like to support Sabarica. Okay. Most of the funding actually, right, we goes back to Jack, because the right now at the moment, last year we sponsor, we call it the raised bed, okay, or drying bed. All right, what is that? Which is like a wooden patio. You guys can see in the photo right now. That Ask Us Anything. You saw that behind. There's like a wooden with a mesh in the center. So that's the raised bed. So last year we actually sponsored them. All right, to build 30 raised beds. Okay, why you need the raised bed is for drying purpose, even drying. I don't know if you guys noticed just now, for one word, right? There's one word that Jack have mentioned more than 10 times. I don't know if you guys can listen to whatever he said just now. Can anyone let me know in the comment section? Okay, what is that one word? What is that one word that Jack mentioned more than 10 times? Okay, what is that one word? Can anyone make a guess? There's one word. There's one word. Start with letter C. I'll give you guys a hint. Start with letter C. Okay, he mentioned more than 10 times. Specialty is not C, man. Start with letter C. Come on. I don't know if anyone got listened to what he said just now or not. Consistency. Yes, Nicholas. He mentioned more than 10 times consistency, 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 and consistency. So the purpose of the raised bed, right, is for even drying consistency. Okay, so that's why last year Ghostbird sponsored the 30 raised bed so that the farmer are able to dry the coffee evenly. Because if you dry the coffee on the ground, right, what happened is that the top side of the coffee will be exposed to the sun, but the bottom side, right, because it's down, it's facing down, it doesn't get dry. So your coffee is not evenly processed or dried. Okay, that's why you need a raised bed with a mesh in the middle, so that there's ventilation, there's air passing through. Okay, so consistency is crucial in making sure you are able to taste the full flavor spectrum of every coffee. All right, so that is what we did. So anyway, speaking of that, welcome back. How are you? Are you charging your phone now? Jack, can you hear me? I think Jack is lag at the moment. Yeah, Sabah is facing some difficulties in Unify. Anyway, yeah. So my team will actually, I say again, my team will actually send out the link right now in the comment section. If you guys like to support Sabarica, you can click that link, okay, to support them. So no worries about it.
Yes,
all right?
yes. Sorry, my
No
phone
problem.
just now.
Can you hear me right now?
Sorry, just now out of battery. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I think there's a delay. There's a small delay. So Ame is asking, is it sun dry? Any pest during drying process? Yes, it's some people call it sun dry. Some people would name the process called sun dry. Sometimes you may see the process as natural. Okay. But even with a wash process, you still have to dry the coffee. After it's processed, you still have to dry the coffee. Okay. The word sun dry or natural is when you are drying, the beans is actually together with the cherry. Okay, so meaning after you harvest the cherry, right, you dry it out instantly. So that is sun dry. A wash process is the other side, where after you harvest the cherry, you pluck out or you remove the meat of the cherry or the skin as well. Only left the beans, and then you wash it, okay, and then you leave it out to dry. Only the beans. So that is the main difference. That's why the drying process with the cherry, what happened is that it will kickstart a process what we call fermentation. That's why natural processed coffee for everyone out there. Some tips. Come, I share with you some tips from Michael Tan. Okay, if you notice a word natural or sun dry on the processing label of the roasting package, instantly it should register to you the coffee is fruity. Okay, it tastes fruity or floral. Just keep in mind that. All right. Okay, so some tips, great tips. All right, this is how you gauge whether you want to buy what type of coffee. All right, Jack, are you here? Hello. Hi, Jack. Can you hear me? I think Jack is a little bit like.
Yes, yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Nice. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, can you hear me?
Yep. Jack, one final question for you.
Yes, yes. So I would.
Nice. I think Jack is right now laggy. Sabah. Okay. My goodness. So I hope everyone is safe up there in Sabah. Anyway, all right. So before we're gonna end this, right? Okay. Anyway, chill. Relax. If you like to know more about Sabah, don't worry. We are here. All right. You can follow us on our Instagram or Facebook or Sabarica Facebook page as well. One final thing that just now I mentioned to you guys, okay? So for those who stay with us, all right, I think right now we have 33 people. Nice, awesome. So for those who stay with us right now to the end of the session, I have a special gift, okay? It's actually our Ghostbird ebook. Yeah, I have a special ebook for you, okay? That ebook, I spent half a year writing that, Okay, what the ebook is all about. Basically, it's all things information on how do you get cafe operation excellence. So it's free. By the way, that ebook, actually, right, it's not supposed to give out like that one, It's actually for business owner one. But my team is sort of like, hey, for everyone here, how about we send them the link? We let them have the ebook because we want to show their support and trust. Then I'm like, okay lah, let's give it out the ebook for free lah. Okay, so yes, you guys can get the ebook. Okay, you can get the ebook. You can put. My team already commented in the chat box. You can click that link and then you can register yourself to get the ebook for free. All right, so it's all about cafe excellence, where I share some tips on how can you gauge as a cafe owner, what are the things that you need to look out for if you are planning to come into the coffee industry. Okay, so just get that. All right, thank you so much, guys. Yes, share the happiness and earn. My goodness, I tell you, actually, I was super reluctant until my team is sort of like, hey, Mike, let's just give it to them. Like, I'm like, okay lah. Because I spent so much time writing that, Actually, this is like, I don't know how many revision that I did to this version to get this. And then I was like, yeah, finally I want to give something to cafe owner. And then they were like, hey, let's just give it to the audience as well. I'm like, seriously? Okay, anyway, we just go all out, exclusive for you guys. Okay, all right. So once again, we have come to our nearing end of the session. It's already 9:30 p.m. Okay, so yes, if you'd like to know more about Sabah, or you'd like to know more about coffee informations, come and follow us via three platform. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, Ghostbird Coffee, by the way, not me. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, and we have a YouTube channel where we often share information. Okay, information on whatever coffee related, not only just Sabah. So we talk about brewing methods, we talk about coffee processing, we talk about how can you read a coffee label, we talk about cafe hopping, we talk about what are the varieties that are available right now in the coffee world. So there are tons of information out there. So if you can follow us, that would be awesome. Give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, share it with your fellow people that love to drink coffee. Okay, once again, for those who the questions that we didn't answer just now, you can message us. We will answer you. Don't worry, we will ensure we give you an answer. Okay, so don't worry about that. Follow us. Any plans, Israel, in the future to more about Coffee Talk Live? Yes, of course, we will plan more. If you follow us and give us the support, we will follow. We will plan more. Okay. By the way, we are doing all this for free, so it's seriously about passion. I need to make that clear. Because everybody is like, hey, Michael, like you guys do all this. Dude, I actually have a full-time job, man. I'm actually doing this because we love to share about coffee. Sometimes I feel crazy, my schedule is packed, but yeah, for you guys, let's do it. Okay. So follow us on our Instagram. All right. Please do more live home barista classes. Yes. Join us. We actually have some drip bag events. Sometimes we have online cupping sessions together with you. Okay, so you just follow us on Instagram, follow us on the Facebook to get our updates. In fact, we have our community Facebook group. How do you know it? Okay, if you go to our Instagram, you press our LinkedIn, and then it will direct you to that. We actually have an option right there. My team actually will put it out. Yes. All right. So anyway, once again, thank you guys. It's already 9:30. I hope you guys have a great time learning together with us and also Jack from Sabah. Like I mentioned, he really intentionally let us have the slide to share with you. He created the slide, not us. He created that. All right. So we hope you learn something new. And most important, yes, I know the border is going to open soon. You guys can't wait for cafe hopping. Please, 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 please remember to stay safe. The cases are still very high out there. All right. Remember to stay safe, to protect your families, to protect yourself, to protect the dining experience. All right. So, most important, stay safe, stay down. And guys, I hope to catch you on the flip side. Bye bye. Peace out.